Home Media.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. As always, Ricky Chavruggy with Derek Relaford. How's things going down in Arizona, Derek?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Hey, Trish is already on it from YouTube tonight. Look at that.
Oh, no. Look at this.
Look at that. That's sweet. Good evening, Trisha.
She is quick.
Yes, she is.
I love it.
Everybody holler at us where you're from and where you're watching from. And watching from Junction City, Andrea. She's always here every week, too.
Yeah.
Greatly appreciated.
Yeah, that's awesome. We love seeing the same faces come back every week.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
There's Christopher. Got the regulars coming back tonight. That's cool.
Yeah. Greensburg in the house. We got Newton.
Mm-hmm.
We have Mary in Salina.
Mm-hmm.
We have Stephanie in Marysville, Kansas. Hello from Brooke. She was here last week.
Yeah.
Kansas City, Kansas with Aline.
Mm-hmm.
Alicia Perez. She's here every week for like the past 3 months. She's awesome.
Melody Madsen from Delphus.
Never heard of it.
It's up north, pretty close to the Nebraska border.
We got Topeka. We have, she's from Southeast Oklahoma. Roxanne Fisher Jackson's here every week. Mm-hmm. She's been here for a couple months too. Maya Edwards in the house from OKC. We got Wyandotte County. Oh, that's where it is. We got Lawrence, Kansas in the house.
Yeah.
What's going on, ladies?
Is that Daciona? Did I say that right? Daciona?
I think it is Daciona.
I hope
You're a lot better with names than I am. Denise Johnson. How you doing?
Yeah, my buddy Denise.
From Climax, Kansas. Stop it. Stop it.
Sorry.
I got a better joke. My wife's never been there. I'm just kidding.
Oh, man. I never even knew it existed.
Hey. Me neither.
Sorry about that.
Ricky's 12, guys. Drew from Pittsburgh, Kansas. Sabetha. We got Jason Roadcap in the house.
Marysville again.
Yeah, we got Topeka in the house. Trisha shared it out. That is awesome.
Right, awesome. In Wichita. That's High Pratt, Kansas. Diana. Jariah from Mitchell, South Dakota.
What up, Vista? Leroy, Kansas. She says, "Oh, guys.
Oh, my Atlanta."
Wow. Well, I never been. Wichita, Kansas in the house. What's up,
hey, Trisha? Oh, you guys. I'm sorry. I was a bad boy. I'm sorry.
Leroy. You know, I said Leroy because I thought if I said Leroy, people would make fun of me. I guess it's Leroy.
Yep. 33 miles north of Salina, 29 miles south of Concordia. Didn't know where it was until she moved there. I've been there once, and it's been a long time ago. I mean, a long time ago. I think I was probably 19, 20 years old at the time, so it's been quite a while.
Wow. That's crazy, man. Well, we have people come. We have people.
Oh, hey, look at this one right here
tonight.
Yeah, check this one out. Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Newcastle, Pennsylvania.
Wow, that's cool. I got you guys so good. We're just southeast of Eureka. Eureka.
Okay, let's check this out. Yeah, she did get us pretty good.
Yeah, she did.
She said everyone says Leroy wrong.
Wash my mind out with soap.
I'm from Lebo. That's how I know. Nice. Well, y'all, we have an action-packed show for you now. It only has been about 6 days since we've been on the air.
Yep.
But we are ready to look for some people. So if you notice anybody on the screen that you know, and you want to alert the authorities, we do have the KBI number at the top of the screen there. We will scroll it at the bottom of the screen throughout the night as well. And we're going to go ahead and get into some cases. You're watching the Kansas Missing and Unsolved podcast. We'll be right back after this.
If you or someone you know is a victim of human trafficking, call the National Human Trafficking Hotline at 1-888-373-7888.
Let's talk about Alexander Perez.
Yeah. Okay, we'll start off with Alex tonight. He's missing from Ulysses, Kansas since December 1st of 2020. He's 35 years old. He's 5'11", weighs 235. He has black hair that he shaves bald and brown eyes. Alexander contacted a family member via telephone on December 1st and said he'd be coming to their home to wash laundry. He never arrived at the family member's home in Ulysses, and he has not been heard from or seen by family since that date. Alexander had been staying with family and friends prior to his disappearance. At the time, it was believed that he may still be in the local Ulysses area, or he may be in Garden City or the surrounding area. And as we all know, there's some information that surfaced that suggests that he may no longer be with us, but we don't know for sure. So keep your eyes open for him still and keep sharing the flyer and everything. Again, he's 35 years old. He's 5'11", weighs 235. He has black hair that he shaves off and brown eyes. He has a tattoo of a bumblebee on his face underneath his left eye, which you can see in some of those photos. He also has Perez tattooed on one of his arms, and he also has that tattoo, kind of looks like a chain or something there along the collarbone. If you have any information regarding Alexander's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Grant County, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 620-356-3500 or the Ulysses, Kansas Police Department at 620-356-4600 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. Are you playing with your microphone or what?
I was adjusting it. Yeah, I should have hit mute.
Oh, man, you're fine. But yeah, so let's get this shared and help keep Alex's face out there so we can get him found and brought home.
I've been talking to quite a few of Alexander's family members, and it's always the same thing. They're just like, yeah, we're not going to stop until we find out what happened. Like all of them are, for lack of a better term, pissed off and want to know where their loved one is, and I don't blame them. It's getting ready to roll on to a year, since we've seen this guy, and so that obviously, and mixed with the rumors that have been going around and stuff, it doesn't look good for Alexander. But at the end of the day, somebody knows something, and I can assure you this: if you watch our program every week, because maybe we talk about Alexander, and maybe that's your way of steeping it. You watch us cover it. I just want you to know that his family is coming after you, like legally. They are going to find out what you did, and they are going to prosecute. It's just that's the only thing I know about that family is that they're not going to stop until they get answers and get resolutions and stuff. Yeah. So. I mean, it's just one of those things, like I haven't met very many victims' families that weren't willing to do that, fight to the end to see what exactly happened.
Yeah.
What up, Chris Nelson? It is very sad, Mary. I wanted to point out some Crystal Walden's in the house.
Hey, Crystal, how you doing?
We got Patricia from Belton, Missouri. That's awesome. Michelle Scholl's in the house. I love this. Lori Hayes from Hayes. Yeah. Our Hayes representative.
Yep. I agree with Crystal. They shouldn't stop.
No, they're not going to, man. Like I've known a lot of determined people in my life, and I've talked to like 4 of Alexander's close relatives. And if anything I could say about it is just like, yeah, I don't think they've slept much since December 1st, and I don't think they mind it. I think they're focused and they're driven to provide the police with whatever information they can gather up on their own and try to put together a situation where we can find out what happened to Alexander. It's just not going to go away. So if anybody's out there listening to this and you want this to go away, a lot of people that are going to make sure it's not going to go away.
Yep. And rightfully so.
Us being 2 of them, we're not gonna stop talking about Alexander.
I also see we have Andrea here from Baxter Springs, and Chris is here from Wichita.
Let's talk about Amada M Chavez. She's actually the name of the episode tonight, and we've actually covered her before, correct?
Yeah, we have before. She had been recovered and been missing again, and I was asked by her mom to share it just right after the last show, and
right.
So I did. So I want to make sure we get her on this show. And Lori said, lived in Dodge City forever, now in Texas. Never seen this before. I will tune in from now on. Well, thank you, Lori. I appreciate that.
Yeah, turn on your notifications. We'd love to see you every week. We see a lot of people in here every week, and it's just a nice little family we've developed over the last year.
Yep, definitely. Amada Chavez, we'll talk about her here. She's missing from Wichita, Kansas since July 26th of 2021. She's 13 years old. She's 5'2", weighs 122. She has blonde and black hair and green eyes. Her nose is pierced. She has 2 small scars on her lower back, and she has a tattoo of the letter B on one of her fingers and a tattoo of the Playboy bunny on her right thigh. If you have any information regarding Amada's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-660-9456 or 316-263-6011 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help bring Amada home, because I know her mom is just like terrified and worried to death about Amada and wanting her home, and she's just kind of trying to do everything she can, and she's at a loss of where else to go. I've given her some suggestions and some ideas, so hopefully we can help bring her home.
Right. Yeah, it's getting scary, man.
Yeah.
Kelly Upoff says, I'm out of Arkansas and Kansas City, Missouri now.
Cool.
Nice. Amy says, I'm so glad I came across this. I hope someday I can see something helpful. You never know.
Never know.
Never know. We see it every week. Something. Nothing surprises me anymore on this show. With some of the, we have people that we feature on the show coming into chat saying, "Hey, I'm okay," but we're like,
and sometimes
you're okay.
Yeah, sometimes you least expect it. It could be thrust right in front of you.
Yeah,
you never know.
Wichita, we're looking for Amada.
Yeah,
she's out there, right now, and it's not good. We need to get her safe. Got a lot of people worried about her. And Wichita is just not it's a wonderful city, but it's not a great, any city is not a great place to be by yourself without a plan.
Right.
So yeah, we hope that Amada can find some safety soon, and obviously, get to a safe place.
Now, this happened to an adult here in town last night, and here in Salina, and I mean, we're barely 50,000 people, and this guy was, I believe he was walking or riding a bike. I can't remember which, but another person come up to him, stabbed him in the leg.
Jeez.
Yeah, they finally tracked him down and caught him. But I mean, yeah, he stabbed another guy in the leg, and it's like, this isn't even a big. I mean, 50,000 people is not that big, but still.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's big when you're from Elkhart, Kansas, like me, where there's 1,800 people on a good day.
Dottie's here. Hey, Dottie from Fort Scott. And then Jessica says she's an Uber Eats driver. We'll definitely keep an eye out.
That's good. Yeah. As many eyes and ears out there as possible looking for these people. We need to do everything that we can to get these people back to where they need to be. Let's talk about Christiana.
Okay. Christiana Gonzalez. And some of these we're going to cover. We're covering again because they were requested to be covered again because they're really trying to find these teenagers. So, and Christiana's one of them. She's missing from Topeka, Kansas since June 29th of 2021. She's 16 years old. She's 5'2" to 5'3", weighs between 150 and 160. She has brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Christiana's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9247. or 785-368-9200, or the KBI at 785-296-4017, and see if we can't help get her brought back to where she needs to be. Because it's been a month and a half, getting close to 2 months, so we need to really help get her found and back to where she needs to be.
Right.
Yeah, that's just a little bit too long. So, Christiana, if you see this or somebody tells you about it, give somebody a call and let them know where you're at so they can come and get you back to where you need to be.
Right.
Please.
Any updates this week on any of the cases we follow?
Not too many, really. I've been trying to keep up with Ryan Larson's case. I haven't seen anything new there. I've been trying to. That's up in Nebraska, and I've been trying to keep up with Christiana Gonzalez's case over in Kentucky, and I haven't seen anything new there. The Suzanne Morphew case, we've covered her a couple times up in Colorado. Really, the only updates that I've seen is they've arrested her husband in connection with what they believe is her murder, and they're charging him with her murder. And it come out, they're starting preliminary hearings, and it's come out, everybody was suspecting Barry Morphew of having an affair on her. Well, as it turns out, it was the opposite. Suzanne was having an affair on him. And apparently it had been going on for some time.
So they're thinking a retaliation kill?
Don't know.
I wonder if he knew.
I don't know if it was a retaliation kill or one of those things where, if I can't have you, nobody can,
Yeah. I mean,
I hope it's not that, but I honestly don't know.
I mean, the whole thing stank when it first happened. You're just like, this is odd, like the whole story didn't add up, the bicycle, all that stuff. But to find out that she was the one going out, on the marriage.
And she would actually, from what I was hearing and reading, because I watched some videos, that covered it and read some stuff online that covered it, she was actually flying to different states to meet up with him.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Sadly, yes.
Never know what's going on out there.
Trisha, I do agree with that. Mike King on Profiling Evil does cover it very, very well. And so does, I can't think of her YouTube channel is called, It's About Crime. She covers it real well. And then there's another one called Plunder. She covers it really well. They've all been doing a real good job on it. And then Jessica up here, I want to get this one. Are you looking for certain flyers in particular or just any in general? Because I can email them to you, and then you can take them to like Copyco or Kinko's or Office Depot, Office Max. And
we heavily rely on online shares. Sometimes these flyers are printed out. Mostly if it's printed out, it's usually done by somebody else. Like a lot of these flyers that Ricky makes are used in the news and publications and stuff. But as far as us printing out physical flyers, we do this with our free time. So we just don't have the budget to, mass produce massive amounts of flyers for all the cases. But we do each flyer. Our flyers reach like a lot of people every month. It's because of people like you that share it.
Like I say, Jessica, I can email them to you, and like I say, take them to Kinko's or Office Max, Office Depot, Copyco, whatever print place you have close. Some of them are willing to actually donate flyers. Not very many, but I mean, some
people will help out though.
So, yeah. So that's something to look into.
In Lawrence.
All right.
Thank you, Christina.
Well, thank you, Misty. We missed you guys too.
Prayers for the return home soon.
Trying to think of which Courtney that is. It says, is there any for released on the murder of Courtney since they caught Courtney? I'm trying to think of which. Courtney. Is that the one here in town?
What's the last name on that, Misty?
I think
While we're pulling info from that,
I think that's Hoffman.
Okay. While we're pulling info from that, I'm going to go ahead and we're going to talk about Danielle Herrera. But put that last name in the chat, and we'll definitely look that up.
Hang on just a second. I'm writing down Jessica's email so I don't lose it.
Okay.
Okay, got it. All right, so we're doing Danielle Herrera. Her and her sister both are missing again. We've covered them before. They were found, and now they're missing again. Danielle Herrera is missing from Atchison, Kansas since August 12th. It's believed that she may be with her sister, Nelia, who is also missing, endangered. It's believed that Daniela or both may be in northeast Kansas. Again, Daniela is 16. She's 5'5", weighs 130 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Daniela's disappearance, her whereabouts, please call the Atchison, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 913-367-4323 or KBI at 785-296-4017. and see if we can't get Danielle and Nelia found and back to where they need to be. And if you want to pull Nelia's next, we can cover hers too.
Okay, I'll pull that one right now.
And Nelia also missing from Atchison, Kansas since August 12th of this year. She's 17. She's 5'4" to 5'7", weighs between 135 and 142. She has brown hair and brown eyes. It's believed she may be with Danielle Herrera, who's also missing, endangered, and it's believed that in addition to Northeast Kansas, possibly Hiawatha. I was also told that Nelia and Daniela, they can either be together or they tend to hang with their separate crowds, so it could be either or. If you have any information regarding Nelia's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Atchison, Kansas Sheriff's Office at 913-367-4323 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And again, hopefully we can get these young ladies found and back to where they need to be again and back to a safe location. Wow. My brother just commented too right here. It says that Courtney would be Courtney Hoffman. Suspect still waiting trial. Unfortunately, the pandemic has the courts here in Salina backed up by about a year. He likely won't see trial until sometime in 2022, next year.
Well, I can put that. I actually have I have that. If you want to tell everybody what happened on that one, I know it's an older flyer, but
yeah,
if you can just
trying to get that stupid there we go. Yeah. The Hull is his last name. He walked up on her in a car and shot her.
We don't know any backstory though, why, like how they knew each other or anything like that.
Don't have any idea on that one. And I'm curious about this comment right here. Can you guys PM me about this too, please? Or is that in regards to Courtney, or is that a different one?
I think about the two Herrera girls. She said that was her cousin or something. Nelson Hull, yeah.
Emma says, sorry I'm late.
Welcome to the party, Emma.
You're fine, Emma. Better to be late.
What's going on, Bo? That's your guy from my hometown. That's a good friend of mine right there.
Bo Line.
Nicole. Yeah, Courtney Ann Hoffman, that's her flyer, and hopefully some swift justice is played out in her case. Tragic, senseless thing that happened to her.
I guess it's somewhat solved now that they have whole custody and stuff like that.
Yeah, she's saying that those two, the two Herreras.
Oh, okay. Deborah Vinia, the two sisters are her cousins. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you wanting me to send you their flyers, or? So I can sure do that.
Hey, tell you what, Deborah, just go ahead and message the Kansas Missing and Unsolved page. Ricky will get back to you as soon as he can. Just message the page. That's the quickest way to get that to work out. Let's talk about Devin Dozier.
Okie dokie. Find his flyer here. Where are you at, Devin? Devin Dozier is missing from Wichita, Kansas since July 13th of this year. He's 36. He's 6'1", weighs 160, brown hair and hazel eyes. Devin is mentally ill and has most likely been off his meds and desperately needs them. Again, he's 36. He's 6'1" and weighs 160 pounds. Brown hair, about middle of his neck length, and hazel eyes. He may have facial hair, similar to what you see in those photos there. He has several tattoos on his wrists and arms. I don't know if he got those pictures up or not. If you have any information regarding Devin's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call 911 immediately or call the Wichita, Kansas Police Department at 316-263-6011 or KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help bring Devin home. I know his mom is worried sick about him.
Yeah.
He hasn't been on his meds for some time, and he's, I'm trying to think of the word. She said he's delusional. That was the word she is, delusional right now. So he really needs to be found so he can be treated and getting back on his meds and getting back in a
better place. So if anybody's seen Devin, the KBI number right there at the top of the screen.
Yeah.
Please contact them. We would love to bring some resolution to that situation.
Yeah, I've made flyers for Devin before because he's done this before, and his mom's trying to get him help, but he won't stick around long enough. So
right,
if we can just get him home and back on track, that'll be great.
Any do you have any recollection? Do you have any knowledge of this? There was a third person arrested in Courtney's case.
I hadn't heard about that, and I was reading my brother's comment a couple down from that. He said he's aware of 2 arrests: Nelson Hull and Clarence Brown. Not sure who the other would be, unless it was an arrest of the woman who Hull was hiding out with when he was arrested. That might be.
I could see that.
That might be. What was the area of disappearance for Devin? I am not 100% sure on that. Well, his mom did not.
I didn't know Terry Trubuggy watched this show.
Well, he hits and misses.
I want to meet him. I like his page, the Salina page. It's a wild little town you live in there, my friend.
I'll see if I can find out from Devin's mom what part of town that she thinks he may be in and stuff like that.
Let's talk about Emma Jacobs.
Okay. And this is another one that I've been asked to revisit and talk about again, and want to help get her found. She's missing from Kansas City, Kansas since July 26th of 2021. She's 17. She's 5'7", weighs 130 pounds. She has dyed red and black hair, as you can see in the photos there, half black, half red. And she does dye it frequently, usually a black or a red, sometimes blonde. She also has brown eyes. She has several tattoos, including one on her wrist, which says love, and a cross on her hand. She may have another one on her hand, and she has braces on both her top and bottom teeth. If you have any information regarding Emma's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department at 913-596-3000 or the KBI at 785-296-4017. And see if we can't get Emma back to where she needs to be. And Emma, if you see this or hear about this or watch this video or listen to the podcast, let somebody know where you are so they can, come get you and get you back to where you need to be. You've been missing for almost a month, which is too long. So, please, let somebody know where you are so they can come and get you. Anyone?
Jordan's. Let me see. Terry says wild doesn't even begin to describe this town. I watched that page, man. It looks like there's some wild that live there in that town.
Anyone cover the unsolved murder of David Davis from Topeka? I'm not familiar with that one, but I will jot it down on my in my handy dandy notebook.
David Davis, Topeka.
Yeah.
Sad how many people are needing help. Every week there's just 15 more people that need help. It's just I
will have to look for a Guy Collins update. I haven't seen anything, but I will take a look and see what I can find. And Audra Harris says, good evening to you both.
Hello, hello, hello.
And for those of you that don't know, Audra Harris is my ex-wife.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yes.
Nice.
And she's still a good friend, and she's very supportive of what I do. So it's always good when she pops up.
She must be a good person if she's still putting up with you, man. I don't know.
Yeah, still puts up with me from time to time.
I have trouble with the once a week. I'm just kidding.
He was shot on the corner of Northwest Jackson and Northwest Fairchild. That must be the David Davis one, yeah.
Diana Hayden's late to the party.
Man.
You're just in time, Diana. You're just in time. It's time to. We have plenty of cases left. Let's talk about Ethan Sterling a little bit.
And this is another young man I was asked to revisit. Missing from Oswego, Kansas since July 23rd of 2021. He's 16. He's 5'10", 150 pounds, brown hair, brown eyes. It's believed he may still be in the Oswego area or he may be in the Concordia, Kansas area. If you have any information regarding Ethan's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Oswego, Kansas Police Department at 620-795-2131 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get Ethan back to where he needs to be. So, Ethan, if you're hearing this or see this, let somebody know where you are. Let them know you're okay and you're ready to come back and get things taken care of.
Oswego, I don't know where that is.
Yep. And you both go up and beyond. Thank you so much for doing this show. You're very welcome, Kimberly. Very, very welcome.
Hey, seeing these youngsters on here.
I'm not sure why Diana's saying yay, but
I said she was just in time for the party.
Oh, okay, good deal.
She's just in time.
Good deal.
The party is just starting. Okay, so let's do some more cases here. We have covered this dude for a little while now. We need to find Jeremy. We need to find this guy now. So talk about Jeremy.
Yeah, he's been out there for a while. We need to get him found. He is missing from Oswego, Kansas also since June 26th of 2021. He was 15 when he went missing. He's now 16. He's 5'5", 185 pounds, dark brown hair and brown eyes. He may be using the alias Jeremy Shumway, and it's believed he may be in the North Topeka area. Again, he was 15 when he went missing. He's now 16. He's 5'5", 185. He has dark brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Jeremy's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Oswego, Kansas Police Department at 620-795-2131 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get him located and back where he needs to be. Then, Jeremy, you've been gone for quite a while. You're coming up on 2 months here. Let somebody know you're okay and where you are. It's a little concerning when it gets to be this long. Oswego is southeast of Independence. Okay, cool. Thank you for that, Pam. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Vista Light. I was trying to read Vista Light's comment there. So many young kids think it's better to run. They need to realize the world has gone crazy and innocent people are getting taken and killed for no reason. Reach out to someone instead of running. I definitely agree with you there, Vista. Definitely do. Yeah, Amy, said he may be using the alias Jeremy Shumway, and he does tend to frequent the North Topeka area. So, yeah.
Jeremy, call home.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been covering his case quite a bit. He needs to go ahead and go home. It's been a while.
Yeah. Jeremy is from North Topeka. Okay. Thank you, Pam. Appreciate that.
Excuse me. I'm sorry about that. Just drinking coffee, sitting here belching into the microphone.
Well, please don't do that.
Oh, I'm just sending them away in droves tonight with my burpee. Okay, here we go. Let's talk about Jerome Brown.
All right. That's a recent one. Actually, I did that one today. He is, as soon as I find that dryer, I know it's on here somewhere. He's missing from Kansas City, Missouri since August 10th. He's 38 years old. He's 5'7", and he weighs 150 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. He was last seen in the area near East 39th Street and Paseo Boulevard in Kansas City. He has medical needs that need daily attention for treatment. If you have any information regarding Jerome's disappearance, you know of his whereabouts, please call 911 immediately or call the Kansas City, Missouri Police Department at 816-234-5136 or 816-234-5111 and see if we can't help get him found so he can be taken care of. Sounds like he really needs the medical attention. So we'll see if we can't get him found. I mean, he's been missing for a week. So
yeah, it's not good.
And I see a couple of typos in my little flyer for him there. I need to correct, it looks like. I'll have to fix those after the show.
Right.
Oh, brother.
I hate it when anytime there's medical attention needed and we can't find somebody,
Yeah.
Like that's scary. Somebody needs like either medication or therapy or just needs to be around, somebody else and we can't find them.
Amy's saying the Jeremy that she knows of is older. Okay.
That's what I'm saying, Diana. I think that's really concerning that there's medical needs.
It is. It is. Especially since it's been a week.
And you never know what those medical needs are. Some pills, if you don't take them for a week, you can get real sick.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I quit some of my pills for a week, I would get sick.
Yeah. Sometimes it could be life-threatening.
Very life-threatening, yeah.
Yeah.
If he's diabetic or anything like that, who knows what it is. But, I'm with Diana. I think it's very scary.
Yeah. Definitely.
Let's talk about Candace Reese.
Nope. This one I did for her mom, I believe last night, actually. She's missing from Topeka, Kansas since August 15th. She's 16 years old, 5'2", 180 pounds. She has brown hair that is dyed red or auburn and green eyes. She went missing about 8:15 on the 12th. On the 15th, sorry. Mercy. Again, she is 16 years old, 5'2", weighs 180 pounds, brown hair that she was last known to be dyed a red or auburn color. And you can see that in some of those photos up there, and green eyes. If you have any information regarding Candace's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Topeka, Kansas Police Department at 785-368-9247 or 785-368-9200 or KBI at 785-296-4017. And again, her mom is really worried about her and just really wants her to come home. And I did notice this morning that Candace is actually commenting on her flyer that she's not missing. And I told her technically she is, because she does have a missing person's report filed, and she is listed on KBI as missing. And I also told her that, the flyer will remain up until police can talk to her and, see her and talk to her, make sure she's safe and okay, and that she's back home where she's supposed to be. And she actually clicked that she liked that comment. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but hopefully she'll take it to heart and go home. So time will tell. But I know her mom, like I said, is very worried about her and wants her home. And so we're doing our best to help that happen.
Yeah. Wow. It's always Topeka and Wichita that there are just so many missing teens.
Yeah. And I've done a flyer for Candace before, but it's been about a year since the last one I did. The first one, the only other one that I've done.
Yeah, some meds can't be stopped cold turkey.
No.
Exactly. Call your mom, call somebody you know.
Yeah.
That you trust, that's older. That can at least, get you somewhere safe. And again, if home's not safe, okay, tell the police. Don't run away. Don't take off. Tell the police. Tell an adult you trust. Just being out on your own on the lamb's not the smartest and responsiblest way to handle the situation. Let's talk about Leland Nunley.
Okay. And Leland Nunley is missing from Kansas City, Kansas since August 15th. He's 15 years old. He's 5'8", weighs 180 pounds. He has black hair and brown eyes. I believe he may be in the Fort Scott, Kansas area. If you have any information regarding Lee's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department at 913-596-3000 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get him located and back to where he needs to be. And, Leland, if you see this, let somebody know where you are so they can come and get you and get you back to where you need to be.
Yeah, that's
And I did notice on his flyer today that another young man that we have covered and is still being looked for commented on his flyer that he knew him, and
Wow.
I was like, okay. Yes, there you go. Yeah. Please, Candace, call an adult you know. Yes. Kimberly and Snell, anyone to let them know you're okay. Yep, definitely. Yeah. It goes for any of these teens that we've covered tonight. Call somebody and let them know you're safe and that you're ready to go back to where you need to be so you can take care of some things. Lloyd
Let's talk about
McGee.
Lloyd.
Yep, we've
Has he
covered
been
him.
found since we first started covering him, and then
Yeah.
gone? Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
I was gonna say because we've been covering this guy for a while, and I was hoping that there were some times that he's been home.
Yep, he's a repeater. He's missing from Shawnee, Kansas since August 7th of 2021. He's 14 years old. He is 5'5" to 5'7", weighs between 135 and 145. He has black hair and brown eyes. It's believed he may still be in the Shawnee area, or he might be in the Kansas City, Missouri area. If you have any information regarding Lloyd's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Shawnee, Kansas Police Department at 913-631-2150 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get Lloyd back to where he needs to be. And hopefully we can help get him found this time. He will stay put.
Stay put. Yeah, it's
yeah.
It's always frustrating when they come home and then they get going again. These kids, I hope, come to realize not knowing where your child is or that they are okay is a parent's worst nightmare. Exactly.
Yeah, definitely.
What's sad is that they can't call for a reason. Yeah, if they can't call for some reason.
That's true.
I was reading a report that in 2020, 547,000 kids under 18 and under went missing. That number was actually lower than the year before, probably due to COVID. Out of those, 11,000 have been found either safe or deceased in the U.S. alone. Wow, that's a lot of missing people.
Yeah, that is.
Unaccounted for.
In the U.S. alone. That is just insane. Where did you find that report, Roxanne? I would like to read through that.
I think that's a testament to look out who you mingle with.
Yeah.
Careful with yourself. You never know.
Oh, yeah.
Careful who you associate with, for real.
Yeah.
You only get YOLO. You only live once.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it again. Not all home life is okay, but don't run streets. It can be rougher than you think. Please tell a trusted adult that is coming from a teen who can finally be open with physical, sexual, and mental abuse of a family member due to drugs. So message me if needed just to be safe. That's awesome for putting that out there, Amy. I appreciate you sharing your struggle. And I hope you realize that just you writing that on a chat board tonight probably helped about 10 or 15 people that are probably dealing with something like that. So thank you for sharing that, and thank you for being so strong. When I ran away back in the 70s, my parents didn't even report me. I'm still not sure how I feel about that. Yeah.
That's.
She says I'm profiling.
I wouldn't know how to feel about that either. To be real honest, if I ran off and my parents didn't report me, I'm not sure how I would feel about that.
Yeah, it's always something to take for granted. Not everybody has a great relationship with a parent. Some people don't have parents at all, So
yeah,
and a lot of these people we feature that take a walk, like we say, go off and try to find their own way. A lot of those people are in a foster situation where they don't have their direct parent, taking care of them. So it's a rough situation. It's hard enough being a teen, especially if you're in a foster situation. So no judgment to anybody who decides to sort of take off, but we're going to try to find you because it's not safe.
Yeah. And Roxanne says she saw that on Profiling Evil.
Okay.
Cool. I'll check that out.
Let's talk about Logan Gatewood.
Okay.
And why it's black and white.
Let's see. He is missing from Dennis, Kansas, which I'm not even sure where that is either. Yeah, missing since August 15th of 2021. He's 12 years old. He is 4'9", 88 pounds, light brown hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Logan's disappearance or you know of his whereabouts, please call the Labette County, Kansas Sheriff's Department at 620-795-2565 with a KBI at 785-296-4017, and see if we can't help get Logan found and back to where he needs to be. And hopefully he's okay wherever he is. I mean, 12 years old, that's awful young to be out there.
Yeah.
Yep, yeah.
I work with foster kids, and a lot of our kids do run off. Yep.
Yeah.
It's a hard situation to get comfortable in. Ricky knows he has 2 daughters that he adopted. I'm sure. Well, your girls were little, right, when you got them, but still, I'm sure there was I'm sure there's still a growing curve or a learning curve with you raising your daughters. Still you learn every day new challenges that what come with raising your daughters.
Yeah.
It's hard for biological parents and kids, teenagers to get along sometimes. I always tell Ricky that. I tell my buddy, I'm like, yeah, it is what it is. It's tough being a kid.
And she was clarifying that she meant to say a teen who went through that, and she's an adult now, but it took a long time.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you for clearing that up, Amy. And Jordan, what's Jordan say here? I run a small charity in Wichita doing homeless outreach, laborers, and lunches. I've met scores of people and seen people successfully get off the streets, but every single one of them has PTSD and scars from their time here. Many have to go 3 days between meals. Socks don't exist. Please reach out if you need help, but the street is not a safer place than my abusive father's home. I've seen rapes and thefts of everything they gathered and forced drug use, etc. Wow. That is,
that's tough.
Sure, I have no idea what's up with Oswego. I really don't.
Dennis, Kansas, that kind of.
Thank you, Tricia. Andrea says her fiance grew up in foster care, and there are some foster homes that are not good, but if that case, yeah, I know some foster carers are better than others and stuff, and if you're running into some situations in foster care that aren't good, do tell your caseworker, let them know.
Yeah.
4'9", 88 pounds, not much to defend yourself with on the street. Make it even more. Yeah, Diane, I agree with that. I mean, he is a small in stature. Definitely. And I ran away at the age of 14 from Oklahoma to California. My mother went through hell until I was able to get back home. Thanks to the Visalia, California Police Department, they got me a bus ticket home. Never did it again. Too scary being 14 in an LA bus depot alone. Yep, she told me about that. I would have been scared out of my wits being in somewhere like LA by myself at that age.
Yeah.
I'd be scared in LA by myself at my age now.
Wow.
Not knocking anybody or anything in LA, but I mean, hey.
Right. It's a tough city, man, for adults to live in.
Yeah. I mean, you turn on the news and you see it, and I mean, it's there.
Yeah. Yes, we can't do anything if you don't let us know the foster home isn't safe. Exactly. You have to. Me and Ricky are having producer battles here. You have to. If there's something going on at the foster home that's the reason you keep taking off, then you need to tell somebody. You need to tell an adult, tell a police officer, tell a teacher, tell somebody. I mean, sure, if you can find somebody that can put an end to that, or at least help you out of that situation.
Yeah.
Is that where White Cat used to be?
I'm not sure what that is.
It's sad, especially when a young girl goes missing because of all the child trafficking. Yeah.
Yeah, that is sad.
Not all foster homes are good. Children sometimes endure abuse they didn't get out. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Audra was scared straight by her California trip.
Oh, I bet. Oh, I would have been too. But I couldn't imagine what her mom was going through, knowing that she was halfway across the country.
Right.
That would have been pure hell.
Let's talk about Mariana.
Well, okay. Here's a clarification on White Cat. Boys home.
Okay.
Thank you, Audra. Appreciate that. Mariana Junk, missing from Pittsburgh, Kansas since August 10th of 2021. She's 16 years old. She's 5'3" to 5'4", weighs between 160 and 250. That's a big fluctuation there. Has reddish brown hair, and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Mariana's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Pittsburgh, Kansas Police Department at 620-431-5678 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get Mariana back to where she needs to be, safe and sound. Hopefully we can do that. And Char reiterated it's a State Boys home there,
Okay.
White Cat is. And Leah Lopez is saying, just like my son, he was 18, nearly 19, and killed by, quote, friends.
Wow.
That's not good. That's
Elaborate
not
on that.
Yeah. Hopefully there was some arrests made in that case.
Yeah, hopefully some arrests were made in that. That's scary. I'm sorry to hear about your son.
Me too.
Now we got Ryland Findlay.
And that was one that I did this morning. She's missing out of Arvada, Colorado since August 13th of 2021. She is 16 years old. She's 5'4", weighs 160 pounds, light brown hair and blue eyes. She was last seen on a gas station surveillance camera getting into a 90s style Econoline van with a man that she did not know. The blue van was found, and the man is cooperating. They've searched his van, his phone, and his home. He is at this time no longer a suspect. I was reading a little bit later on today after I'd made the flyer that he did let them know that he did drop her off at a bus stop. I guess she's trying to get to her grandmother's house is what she's trying to do. Her phone last pinged on Friday night, August 13th at 8:51 in the area of Union Station in Denver. She's not been seen or heard from since. There's been no activity on her phone since the last above mentioned ping on Friday night. She has autism, epilepsy, IDD, which is intellectual disability, PTSD, hypothyroidism, and food allergies. She functions at a 9-year-old level, has an IQ of 62 and a working memory of 55. Again, she's 16 years old. She's 5'4", weighs 160 pounds. She has light brown hair and blue eyes. She was last known to be wearing a purple fleece jacket, black leggings, and white shoes. She was also carrying a purple backpack and a neon orange backpack. And all this information that I got from a post that her mom posted on her Facebook. So that's where all that came from. If you have any information regarding Ryland's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call 911 immediately or call the Arvada, Colorado, I can't even talk tonight, Police Department at 720-898-6900 or 303-980-7300 and see if we can't help get Ryland found and back to her mom there in Arvada and hopefully safe. That is very concerning. Definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Matter of fact, real quickly, I'm going to look and see if by chance there are any updates on Ryland, as I am curious about that. And we will see real quick here.
That's really sad, man. Like, she's struggling.
Yeah.
Just with health reasons, she's struggling and
yeah.
Find her.
No updates on Mom's page. Let me see if Arvada PD's got any updates here.
Leah says that there was some arrests made in her son's murder, but it's still under investigation.
Oh, wow. And does not appear. It does
Pray. Even if you don't believe God works miracles and moves mountains, please believe. No epilepsy meds with her. You're correct. That's very scary.
Yeah.
Prayers for Ryland and her family.
No updates on Arvada Police Department's Facebook either at this point on Ryland. So let's get this shared, and see if we can't help get her back home.
All right. That's terrible.
Yeah. Yes, it's a very scary case, Pam. And I think we have one more. Yeah. Tunisia. I just have to locate. There we go. Tanaja's missing from Kansas City, Kansas. It's March 15th of this year, so she's been missing quite a long time. Just a little over 5 months. So, April, May, June, yeah, just a little over 5 months. She's 17 years old. She is 5'2" to 5'4". She weighs between 100 and 145 pounds, has black hair and brown eyes, and it's believed she may still be in the local Kansas City area or she may be in the Topeka area. And she's 17 years old. She's between 5'2" and 5'4", and weighs between 100 and 145 pounds. She has black hair and brown eyes. If you have any information regarding Tanaja's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the Kansas City, Kansas Police Department at 913-596-3000 or KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't help get her located and back to where she needs to be. Like I said, it's been a long time since she's been missing and she needs to be found and brought home. Yeah, 5 months is a long time.
That's way too long.
Yeah.
Hopefully she sees this and calls somebody.
Pam saying, I hope you don't mind when I send all out-of-state flyers like her. Nope, I don't mind at all. Not a problem. And Amber says prayers for Ryland and her family. And Audra says yes, especially with her diagnosis.
Yeah, that's really scary.
Yeah. And she also said he doesn't mind at all. I do it when I run across missing persons.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't mind. And Andrea says she has epilepsy, so she understands without the meds. Not good.
Yeah, it's scary, man. Anything without meds is scary.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, yeah, I will email you. Is there any flyers in particular you're wanting, or just flyers in general?
If she's gonna put them in her window, I would send her like Vogelsong, Golub, big cases, things that have just been enough's enough, just enough's enough cases, Yeah,
Alexander Perez's.
Yeah.
Definitely. Like you said, some of the bigger ones, I'll make sure they're properly updated. She says any. Okay. Cool.
I mean, all the flyers we cover every week on the show I pulled them directly from the Kansas Missing and Unsolved Facebook page. So they're all right there on the Facebook page.
Yep.
I'm going to hang So Local in there, but awesome. Thank you, Amy.
Thank you, Amy. That's great.
That's very nice.
Now, I will say, if anybody's on the Topeka area and hanging flyers, be careful of putting them on the bus stop shelter things. I got a message regarding that, and I guess they had to take a bunch of flyers off the bus depot things because it was obstructing the schedule for the buses.
Oh, wow.
So
yeah, try not to cover
down.
Anything that looks like it's being, utilized.
I asked if there was a designated location on there that they could designate for flyers only, and I never got a response to that. So I'm still waiting on a response to that. And it's been several weeks ago that I got that message. So, but I do appreciate anybody and everybody that wants to hang flyers and that does hang flyers. That's greatly appreciated. I mean, all the online shares are great, but it also helps to get those flyers posted out in public too for the people that don't, spend a lot of time on social media or don't do social media.
Right.
So, I mean, it's good. I'm thankful that you guys want to do that. I'm really appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So, anybody got any cases any other cases they want to ask about or anything like that while we have a minute? Yes, Amy, I agree with that. These folks need to make it somewhere safe, period.
I know here in Wichita you can give flyers to bus drivers who some will post on the buses. Nice.
That's cool. I'm glad they do that there. And then Denise is saying it'd be great to post any of the posters in gas stations and sharing with budget-friendly hotels. Definitely.
Any news on the skull yet?
Not a thing on the skull.
I think it's going to be a while on that. They have to go. I mean, that skull could be 150 years old. Who knows? It's not like there wasn't battles around that part of the country back in the day,
Okay, and she's asking about Alonzo Boyd. Now, can you give me some background on Alonzo Boyd? I'm not familiar with that. Amber Herman. I logged on late, but my daughter Jewel McFarland is still missing. Let me see. Do you have that one?
Let me see.
I'm digging through mine real fast here. Yep, I still have it right here.
No.
I'm pretty sure we've covered it.
I don't have it.
Oh, well, let me just remember.
How do you spell our first name?
Jewel is Jewel.
Yeah, I'm not pulling anything up.
And McFarland is McFarland. Let me shoot it to you real fast in Messenger here.
I don't have that. Yeah, send it to me.
It should be popping up here any second.
Okay. Gotcha.
Last contact was made August 1st. Family has a huge reward. And Kimberly, I haven't seen anything new on Lori Heimer at all. There has been so much silence on her case that I'm just baffled by that.
It'll be done in just 2 seconds. Let's go.
Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
It'll be uploaded in just 2 shakes.
Okay.
There you go. Right there. Go ahead.
Okay. Joel McFarland is missing from El Dorado, Kansas since July 29th of 2021. She is 22 years old. She's 5'1" to 5'3". She weighs between 135 and 145. She has brown hair that was last known to be dyed orange and brown eyes. And just saw her mom comment that she was last known to be in the Wichita area. And there was some thought that she might be back in El Dorado, but it sounds like she may be in Wichita. Again, she's 22 years old. She's 5'1" to 5'3", weighs between 135 and 145. She has brown hair that was last known to be dyed an orangish color, which is pictured on the far right there. That's the most recent one. If you have any information regarding Jewel's disappearance or you know of her whereabouts, please call the El Dorado, Kansas Police Department at 316-321-9120 or 316-321-9100 or the KBI at 785-296-4017 and see if we can't get Jewel located to make sure she's safe and sound and hopefully back to her mom. And her mom's saying she does have, says family has a huge reward. And my brother's saying as of the last time that he spoke with the sheriff's office, they have no new information on Lori Heimer's case. And unfortunately, it remains unsolved, which is... And he also is saying nothing new on Kenny Rychek. Unfortunately, that case, bothers me too. I really would like to see Kenny found. Me too. Okay.
Well.
Oh, nice. Okay. And the last contact apparently the Jewel made was August 1st, it looks like.
Yeah.
And the family that has a huge reward is not for Jewel. It's actually on the Alonzo case. Alonzo Brooks. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay.
And Diane says it really seems that several people from El Dorado come up missing. What's up with that town? I mean, higher numbers from big cities is one thing, but dang, you know, it is interesting when it's a smaller town like that. Makes you wonder, you know. And Amy put a big link in there regarding Alonzo's case. I will have to look at that and see what that's all about. Oh, Alonzo. Oh, okay, Alonzo Brooks. I've covered his case before. I had to think about it, but I have actually covered it, and you might have his flyer. I don't know. Let me see if I have it as a recent one or if I want to have to dig for that one. Might have to. Let me look here. See if I can find it real fast.
Right. Alonzo's case was featured on Netflix reboot of Unsolved Mysteries. Glad to see it was finally ruled a homicide as it should have been from day one.
Wow. I didn't realize it was starting to get some national attention. That's good.
I knew him. This one touches home. Wow.
That's definitely good that they're getting some national exposure on it.
Yeah.
Needs to be.
It's important.
Let's see here. I'm looking here and see if I can locate it. Because I know I've covered him before.
Did they make an arrest? I don't think so.
Nope, it's, I believe, an unsolved case still. Where are you at? I'm looking here. I'm almost there. Oh, there's his flare right there. Well, there's his pictures anyway. Where's his flyer? Oh, I found his photos, but where's his darn flyer? I know I've covered him before, or made a flyer for him before anyway. Yeah, and I think I read they also exhumed his body recently too.
Really?
I think it's what I read. Because they found him out like in a rural area. Creek bed, I believe it was. He had gone to a party.
Wow.
Yeah, I will have to get more information on that. We can cover it properly next week.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness. I've been trying to work on a newer flyer for him with more updated information. There's so much of it coming out now.
All right.
Old case from the mid-'80s, Tony. Oh, I think she means Anthony Senescali. Yes, who she's thinking of. Char Everhart, this one right here.
Oh, wow.
Anthony Senescali. Yeah, he's never been found either. I've talked to his wife a few times, and it's still really hard for her to talk about it even after all these years.
Yeah.
He was the one that she had seen him. He worked at Tony's at the time, and she seen him driving away from Tony's, and she followed him into Jerry Ivy Park, and he told her that he was feeling ill, and she tried to get her to let her drive him home, and he said no, and so she went and got a family member to help bring him home, and when she got back there, his car was still there, locked with everything in it, including his lunch, but he was nowhere to be found, and he hasn't been seen or anything since that time.
Since the 80s?
Yeah, and his car was parked next to the restrooms there in Jerry Ivy Park.
Wow.
Yeah. I know we've covered his case before. But yeah, I'm working with her to try to get some better quality photos than what's been going around online of him. But like I said, it's still hard for her to talk about and stuff like that. And I had never met her in person before until I was in Wendy's. This is before the pandemic. I was in Wendy's getting some food, and she was actually taking my order, and I didn't even realize it was her. And she saw me, and she asked me if I was the guy that did the missing persons flyers, and I said yeah. And she said, "Well, I'm Anthony Senescali's wife." I said, "Oh, okay."
Oh, wow.
Told her it was nice to meet her and stuff, and we talked for just a little bit because there was a line behind me, so we really couldn't talk much. But
yeah,
so I'm still, hoping she'll, help me out with the picture part of it. I'm hoping,
right.
But what's this one? No, Diana, he did not. You might be thinking of Tom Young. Yeah, Tom Young owned a couple bar or two here in town back in the 70s. He was murdered execution style in one of them. Talk that it was there was talk that it was drug related.
Okay.
So on Tom Young's. So yeah. Anthony's wife is a nice, very nice lady. Her name is Vicky, and she's a really nice lady. Tom's murder remains unsolved. It is, to the best of my knowledge, the oldest unsolved murder in Salina at the present time. That comes from my brother. He's actually sitting on the other side of my desk. Basically behind the camera, so yeah. There's a lot of cases here in town I would like to see solved. I would like to see Gina Cypher's murder solved. I would like to see Mildred Hawk, her murder solved, and Nellie Hubbard's murder solved, and Tom Young's, and Billy Farmer's, and trying to think if I'm forgetting any. Catherine Adams, of course. Amy, good night. And yes, God is good. Pray, everybody, definitely. But yeah, there's a lot here. More than there should, I think, more than there should be for a town this size. I really do. And I think about that a lot because there's certain areas of town where some of these murders have happened that I go through going back and forth to certain places to pay bills or whatever, and I drive by them and it's just like, you can't help but think about it. Oh, Beverly, what is her name? Logan. Beverly Logan. That's another unsolved murder here in town. It's actually relatively close to where I live. But, yeah, hopefully someday they'll find out who murdered her. She was
brutally. Let's cover her next week.
Yeah, we will. I'll write her name down so I do not forget. Yeah. Yep. All right. My brother's comment. Son has 6 total unsolved murders. There's another 4 out in the county, in Saline County. And that's, to me, 10 too many.
Yeah.
So. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us again this week. It was covered a decent amount of cases, and as always, enjoy the interaction with everybody. And I really like doing the interaction with everybody. That's, for me, probably one of the high points of the show is being able to talk to you guys and hearing what you have to say and things like that. And Leah's saying she's from Dodge City and the number of unsolved cases are insane. I have to look into that. Deborah Vineyard. No, they don't. The world's, yeah, it is. Definitely. You're very welcome, Brooke. If I can help, if you have any kids that you're needing help locating, let me know and I'll get some flyers made for them as well. But again, I want to thank everybody for joining us tonight and hanging out with us for this show and going over these cases with us. And Belinda, you're very welcome, and you have a great night too. And until the next show, which is going to be on the 26th, we'll see you on the 26th. So until then, you guys, take care, stay safe. God bless. You guys have a good night, and we will see you the next Thursday.
Well, I don't think it, I thought it, that's different. I said what I said and I meant it, or lamented. Words given weight without thought in a person, the way that I talk and the way that I ought to be able to pause and to say that the fault can be placed on my arm, to this playful assault, to this race in this arm. Pray for the day they could wait for the calm. You can't control the storm, only weather it, whether it's 5 weeks and 5 days of rain sideways, or scorched earth, search for death or water left with all the thorns, with the